Hare Krishna friends, Radhe Radhe, welcome back to my channel, my Kanha's Darshan. So today we will see the story of Raja Parikshit, who was the only successor of Pandavas. Why was he cursed and how is this incident related to the celebration of Nag Panchami? So yeah, let's start our video. So who was Parikshit? Born to Uttara and Abhimanyu, Parikshit was the grandson of Arjuna and he was saved by Lord Krishna in the womb of his mother when Ashwadama directed Brahmastra on him. Since the baby had been protected by Lord Vishnu in his form of Krishna, the Brahmanas proposed that he should be named Vishnuratha, which means protected by Vishnu. But the baby had met Krishna inside Uttara's womb. He had become devoted to Krishna. Whenever the child met someone, he tested to see if the person he met was indeed the person whom he had met inside the womb. The word for the test is Pariksha. Thus, Vishnuratha popularly came to known as Parikshit. He married Iravati, the daughter of Prince Uttar, and they had 4 sons. The most known was Janmajaya. Parikshit also performed 3 Ashwamedha Yagnas, which means horse sacrifices, on the bank of river Ganga, and his guru was Kripacharya. I will do a separate video on the topic of Ashwamedha Yagna later on. Parikshit was throned as the successor to the Pandavas at Hastinapur. So coming back to our question, why was Raja Parikshit cursed? One day, while hunting in the forest, he was separated from his followers and got lost. He wandered around in search of water to quench his thirst, but did not find any. He was at this time around 60 years of age. In this weak state, deep in the woods, he came across a humble hermitage. A high-souled rishi, Shamika, was sitting in a posture of meditation. The king thought that here at last there is some means to relieve my hunger and thirst. He then went near the rishi and humbly requested him for food and water. The rishi was observing an oath of silence, which prevented him from even trying to communicate with the king. He remained deep in meditation, unaware to the king's presence. The king was extremely angry. He saw that a dead snake was lying in the grass nearby. He lifted the snake with the corner of his bow and garlanded the rishi with the snake. After offering this insult, he went his way. Throughout this, the rishi remained silent, continuing his meditation. Rishi Shamika had a son named Shringi. Shringi was extremely angry when he heard of the king's action. He cursed him, saying, "Since out of the arrogance of his power, Parikshit has garlanded my father with a dead snake, may he die before the 7th day from today, bitten by a snake. The king shall be sent to the abode of Yama by Takshaka, the king of the serpent." Now, who was Takshaka? This story of Takshaka has got another flashback when the Pandavas conquered Khandavaprastha, which is now known as Indraprastha. Takshaka was the head of snakes, who was residing in Nagalok without any human disturbance. When Pandavas arrived, Takshaka felt his freedom was seized, and with pure anger, he ordered his troops to attack the Pandavas and their people. The widespread attack resulted in the death of many people, or everyone except the Pandavas and their wife Draupadi. After this incident, Arjuna, the 3rd Pandava, lifted his bow and set fire to the Nagaloka. Takshaka grew even more furious and vowed to kill one of the descendants of the Pandavas. The vow of Takshaka and the curse of Rishi Shamika's son Shringi gave the ultimate destiny of Parikshit that he will be killed by a snake bite. When the Rishi heard that his son Shringi had cursed Parikshit, he was sad. He called his son and said, "Son, when I myself have forgiven King Parikshit for the insult offered, why did you curse him? He is a just and distinguished king." He was tired and hungry that day and committed this offense in a fit of rage. Except for this one instance, he has been an exemplary ruler. Thanks to his just rule, the rishis can continue their penance without fear of interruption. A Brahmana is required to keep his anger and passion under strict control. It is evident that you are yet to reach the mental maturity required to become an ascetic. Your education is therefore incomplete. Go to the forest and learn to control your anger by indulging in constant penance. The Rishi then called his disciple named Gurumukha and told him, "Go to the palace of King Parikshit. Offer my regards to him. Tell him that he has been cursed by my son Shringi, who was unable to bear the insult offered to me. According to the curse, King Parikshit will die before the 7th day from now. Ask the king to take all the precautions." The disciple carried the message to the king. The king was sad more for the insult that he had offered to the rishi than for his own death. He thanked the messenger and asked him to carry back his greetings to the rishi. He then called all his courtiers and informed them about the curse. The king spent all the time in his palace surrounded by Brahmanas learned in the Vedas. 6 days passed in this manner with the king listening to the recitations of the Bhagavad Purana. Meanwhile, impelled by the curse, Takshaka was on his way to the kingdom of Parikshit. He sent some of his fellow snakes disguised as traveling ascetics to meet King Parikshit. He transformed himself into an insect and entered a fruit that they were carrying. The faced ascetics were admitted to the king's presence. As fate would have it, the king chose exactly the same fruit that Takshaka was present in. He took one bite, then the insect came out of the fruit. The sun was setting on the 7th day. Parikshit thought that he had escaped the curse of Shringi. He mockingly said, "Let the rishi's curse work. I shall assume that this tiny insect is Takshaka, the king of serpent. May he bite me and send me to my death." He then placed the insect on his neck. Quickly, Takshaka assumed his form as a great serpent. He then wrapped himself around the king and sunk his great fangs in Parikshit's neck. As was to be expected, the king fell down dead by the power of the snake's poison. Now, on hearing his father's death by Takshaka, Parikshit's son Janmejaya vowed to kill Takshaka within a week. He starts the Sarpamedh Yagna, which forced each and every snake of the entire universe to fall in the Havan Kund. However, one snake got stuck around Lord Surya's chariot, and because of the force of Yagna, the chariot was also getting pulled inside the Havan Kund. This could have ended up taking the Surya's chariot in the sacrificial altar and ending the power of sun from the universe. This resulted in plea from all the gods to stop the sacrifice, and when Takshaka arrived, then this yagna was stopped from doing so by Astika Muni, as a result of which Takshaka lived. That day was Shukla Paksh Panchami in the month of Shravan and is since celebrated as the festival of Nag Panchami. So that's all for today. If you liked my video, then please like and subscribe to my channel and click on the bell icon to get new video updates. Now we shall meet in my next video. Till then, take care. Radhe Radhe.